All right, so there it is, the nickel right there.
Super Sluice. This is one of the biggest pans on the market. Gold, I tell you! Gold! Rocky Mountain Prospector Ryan here. So we got the dry washer going back here in the background. A lot of Utah prospectors down here digging in his hole. Let's see what we can find. Utah Prospector right there. Central Utah, 2015. First time I've dry washed out in this area, so it'll be interesting to see what we find. Now, you can see this mound of dirt we've got going on below here. And the hole he's in, you can see, opened up that hole pretty good. We're getting down to where it's starting to get wet, so we have to move the dirt from one area to another to make sure that it's all dry. But with all this dust from the dry washer and just the heat, luckily we have a little bit of a breeze to cool us down, but it's hot, dry work. Dry washing is tough work. Me, I prefer dredging, but this is all right. This is the time of the year, it's kind of nice to get out here and see something that's a little bit different. Been doing a lot of metal detecting lately, and so it's kind of fun to get back out and start going and find some gold. This is what it should look like when you're about ready to clean up the cons. We're gonna try to do about a cleanup every hour, hour and a half. Don't want to go much longer than that because black sands and everything start building up in there. As you can see, these are all the tailings from everything we've run. I've been scooping them down here. It's a lot of tailings. We started out just barely where there's that rock. Hopefully you can see it right there. That was about where the top came to. So we've actually opened up all that space up and around. A lot of material we've run. So now, you can see Utah Prospector.
Time for a clean out.
Time for a clean out. We found some gold! Hopefully. Alright, so we're going to do a cleanup now. I'll show you what it takes to actually do a clean out. Alright, we're in the middle of doing our last cleanup of the day, and we looked inside there. Hope you can see that on his fingertip. We found gold.
And there's a bunch more in there.
And that was just one of the bigger pieces we could pull out. But that's kind of fun to be able to see that. That gives us a lot of heart that when we pan this stuff out, that we're going to actually find some good stuff.
Woo! Yes!
Alright, as we were cleaning up here a little bit more, I don't know if you can see right there next to my finger. Try to get my shadows out of the way.
There it is. Right there. See that gold? This whole thing's just littered with it.
All throughout there.
Pretty good.
Woo!
Pretty good,
exciting.
buddy. That is awesome, man.
Woo! It
Dude,
actually
great
worked.
trip.
It worked. Alright, these are, as you can see, our cons. Now we are classifying it down. See all that in there? We've already classified that, and we've actually taken this down to a 1/4 inch. Now we're taking it down to the sieve level. So See that I take a scoop out of here, put it in the sieve, now we classify it down even further. You see how little concentrates we're going to be left with in there, and that's what we'll actually pan. Okay, super cons, scoop number 1. We'll see if we found anything.
Oh, dude, look at all that gold up top there. And just that tiny little scoop.
That was the first one little tiny scoop, and look at all that gold that came out of it. Alright, back at panning again, panning out the concentrates. This is about my 5th pan for the night. We've got that much cons to go through, about a half a cup at a time. And I'm down to the very end part of the panning for this pan. And we've been getting pretty consistent gold out of every single one. I mean, it's about the same each time we pan. Nice flakes in the bottom. Actually, while I'm holding this, I might just fan this out so it's easier to see here.
Nice.
You can see right down in that corner right there, there's quite a bit of gold laced all throughout that corner. And that's pretty typical of what we've been seeing tonight. That's fun.
Times.
Woo!
Alright, this is what was in the snuffer. Get everything right down to it. Oh, it's, oh.
It's a lot of gold, man.
Dude, all through here.
That is a lot of gold.
All through here.
That is a lot of gold.
Not too shabby, dude. That is awesome. Let me get it constant. Let me get it down more. Alright, got it down a little bit more. Oh, dude.
That's quite a
That is awesome,
quite the
man.
amount of gold.
That is beautiful gold.
Look at that.
And that's only what went through the dry washer.
Alright, Rocky Mountain Prospect Ryan, we're doing the second part of our 2-part gold trip. We made 1 gold trip into 2 gold trips. So we did dry washing in the last segment, which was a couple days ago. Panned out our concentrates and found a bunch of gold in that. And now, as you can see behind me here, we've got a bunch of dirt that we piled into the truck. Brought it home. We're going to run it through the 2-stage sluice here. We set them up in tandem. So we've got 2 in tandem to make sure that we're not losing any gold for the first one. For the second one behind it, we're going to see what we get. It's as easy as to put a chair in a river and dumping dirt in.
Nice. Doesn't get any better. Doesn't get any better than that. This is easy prospecting right here.
Dude, this kind of prospecting all day long. As you can see, you got 2 crusty old prospectors sitting on their butts, throwing dirt down 2 sluices. This is the easy life. But all the hard work's already been done up to this point. This is all the classified material we brought back from our dry washing trip. And as you can see, now it's easy. Sitting in a nice cool stream in the shade. Have a nice frosty beverage sitting over here on the side. This is the life. I wish all prospecting was this easy.
Got a good pitch on the sluice boxes. And we see gold each time, so.
All this material, as you can see, I mean, it's all really, really fine. It's all been classified down to a 1/4 inch. And so, basically, when it hits the water, it turns into solution immediately. There's no clumps, there's no blockages in our sluice boxes. It just runs all the way through. And we can see behind each ripple that they're jumping, which means that all the gold is settling through and back behind the ripples. It's a perfect setup.
Thanks for watching. Okay, we just pulled the sluices out of the water. And lo and behold, we've got chunks of gold in it. Some there. Actually, on this side there's quite a bit more. They're all chunks of little gold. Can't see any behind the riffles yet, but they're loaded with black sands. All the riffles are. And so this is the first sluice box, and we had a safety sluice box set up behind. There is a reason for having two sluice boxes. If you look right here in this corner, you can see a couple of pieces of gold right over here. And also on this other side, I don't know if you can see it or not, there are a couple of pieces over there too somewhere. But there is a reason for having two sluice boxes, and that's it right there. You can never get the proper flow all the time.
Yep.
You are going to blow a little bit of gold through. So the longer you can get your box, the more boxes stacked up, the better.
I think our water flow was a little fast today, but you just do what you can. So.
Yep. Yeah. All right, first pan's coming to an end here. We've got a lot of cons to go through. We're just doing little teeny handfuls each time. Because as you can see, the black sands are pretty thick. So let me put this in the corner and I'll swirl it. So I can get that out where you guys can see. Oop, already gold coming out in that corner. You can see the little specks right over there. Oh yeah, it's actually a pretty good amount of gold in this. Oh, it's just riddled through there with gold. See all that gold coming out down here?
Yep.
Oh, some bigger pieces coming out.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's not bad. Not too bad for a tiny little hand scoop.
That was like a half of a handful. Crazy. Nice. Gold in it.
This is the final from sluice boxing today.
That's a lot of gold.
Pretty good. That is pretty good. There's a few little pieces in there that have some okay size to them.
Good
Not too shabby. We'll combine it with the other, and
are we happy?
I'm very happy.
We're happy.
Considering the amount of gold we got for the small amount of work as we did, and even the manner in which we did that was relaxed. So
yeah. As you can see, we have two distinct piles of gold. This is the gold from today through the sluice box. This is the gold from the dry washer. I think we're in a much better spot with the dry washer because we probably processed less material with the dry washer than we did with the sluice box. And the sluice will get more actual percentage-wise out of the dirt because we're running it wet. So if you look at the two, dry washer one for sure. Nice yellow gold, high carat, probably 22 carat out there.
now we know where to focus our efforts next time.
Thanks a lot for watching. Beautiful mountains we're in right now. It's been a great trip. This is the way you actually turn two trips out looking for gold, or turn one trip into two trips.
Want to see all the gold together?
Let's see all the gold as we put it all together as one big pile.
All the gold together.
Ooh, that's nice.
That's quite a bit of gold, dude.
That's a lot of gold. Especially, we only ran total, and that's with brakes and everything, 6 hours. 6 hours time.
That is beautiful.
That's beautiful gold. Really buttery yellow. Thanks for watching, everybody.